The new agent's abilities were completely leaked. Now, take this with a grain of salt. As you can see, the hand over on the right is literally looks like an untextured blob. However, with that being said, this is how Fade's abilities were leaked, and there were even spelling mistakes, but they still ended up being true. So, you know what? Let's take a look at each one of these abilities because I think this is the new agent. Let's get into it. Let's go ahead and try to read this blurry text. The first one is Visiontaker. Equip a distortion wall launcher. Fire to create a small line of distortion. Enemies will get briefly blinded if they walk through it. So, I mean, this kind of makes it sound like some sort of Viper wall or some sort of tripwire style, some sort of straight line, and when they walk through it, bada bing, bada boom, they're blinded. This kind of makes sense if this agent's going to be a controller, which I believe it is. Next one is called Tartarus Pit. Equip a Tartarus charger. Fire to launch a crippling shot that deals some damage and slows players within its zone. So this obviously looks like it's going to be something like maybe like a Sage slow, but on impact does damage. That's what it's making it seem like, but of course we're gonna have to wait for any sort of in-game footage. Next one is Bubble. Equip Bubble and enter into a phased state to place down a bubble by pressing the ability key. Activate to create an impenetrable bubble bullets cannot pass through. This sounds something like Astra. Like, you go into a different state, you place down the bubble, bada bing, bada boom, you sort of have this shield around you. This is crazy for the lineup Larrys. Imagine bubble, diffuse, pop it, bada bing, bada boom, you diffuse it. Easy peasy. This sounds exciting. And probably a little concerning as well, because it's not an entire ultimate like Astra. It gets blurry, but pay attention. Ultimate is Golem. Equip the Golem doll. I don't know why a doll, but you equip a doll. Fire to throw down the doll. All teammates in the radius will get a regeneration buff, and enemies will get a decay buff. Lasts for the duration or until destroyed by the enemies. Okay, so you place down this doll, kind of like a Killjoy ult. It makes a radius like a Killjoy ult, but instead of stunning the enemies, your team gets a buff and the enemies get a DK nerf. So it makes the, I guess, health levels an unplayable field or an unfair advantage. That's what I'm getting at. A big AoE heal for the team and a big AoE nerf for the enemy. Okay, all in all, this agent seems poppin'. Really fun. If this is some sort of controller, but with all these abilities, I think it's going to make it a lot more entertaining. Or is it a... No, I'm pretty sure controller. But I don't know. I don't know 100%, so don't quote me on that. These also are just leaks, so take it with a grain of salt. But to say I'm not hyped would be false. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.